Good morning, David Weegenaar here. Today is the 29th of May 2017. The time on my PC is 7:45 AM. I've already done one, this game that I'm going to show you now. I've already done one, but it's an outtake, and now to date I've got about 5 or 6 outtakes. So this has been today an outtake because whatever. So here we go. This is a game I played on the 7th of July 1977. It's a perpetual handicap and I am white, and our time control was 40 in 2 hours, 40 moves in 2 hours and 20 thereafter per hour, which is the same anyway. It equates to the same but a bit different. And so anyway, and I noticed on move 20 my opponent had only used 6 minutes and I'd used 38, and so this is just a casual sort of a match game that I played back then, and this is against a now New Zealand or pretty strong master of New Zealand. So he's a New Zealand master, and this is another game I beat him in, but I didn't beat him in many. Mostly I lost them. Okay, so here it goes, this game that I've got for you today. I didn't play my A3 back then. I probably should have. B6 is now the Queen's Indian, or the Nimzo Indian. The Queen's Indian, not the Nimzo Indian. Now I play G3 to combat this this bishop going to B7. Has gone to A6 too in other games now of late. And Kasparov in the 90s or so, or late 80s or 1990s somewhere, he played D5 and sacrificed his pawn on D5. But anyway, and blacks eyeing up the square here for their pieces. Bad move by my opponent, and I can get away with playing this, you see. So if knight takes G5, I've simply got bishop B7 and I win an exchange at the least. In fact, if black takes here, we'll just show you, I take here, bomb, and I win this, you see, because black cannot take this because of the resulting bishop G5, and so if black plays this, I merely attack it. And so if queen takes, I know it's a bit grubby, isn't it, but I take here, or I can play F3. Okay, and now there's nowhere for the knight to run, but I do have to take it with my king, so I might as well do that straight away. Might as well just go king h3 straight away. Okay, so that's that variation taken care of. As you can see, white is a clear rook up here, a whole rook up. That might not be the best analysis in the world, but it's quick and without further ado than that. Okay. F5 came the move. 96. Now I win material. I win an exchange against him, but it doesn't seem to make much difference. That's how good he is. Knight F8. king f8, bishop f4, c5 comes to the reply, and I go chop, chop, and then I go bishop e4, so that if he takes it with the f pawn on f5 to e4, I merely go bishop d6 and win his queen now. If he goes bishop e4, same thing, I go bishop d6 here, win this queen. So he takes it with this, and now he's threatening queen g2 or h1 checkmate. Okay, so I have to defend that sooner or later, so I do. I go f3, queen c4, queen d8 check, king f7, queen c7. Now I go on a piece munching stage, queen d7, king g8, queen b7. I've got the rook and the bishop up. I'm a rook and a bishop up. Now I'm threatening black's rook on a8, so they have to move it, so they do. They go rook e8. I go rook a d1. And lovely of me to say that's an exclamation mark. I don't think it is. Queen e6, queen d5. Notice that the heinous move, rook e2, fails to rook d8 check and checkmate the next move, so I'll show you that. Fails to rook check, and there's nothing else but rook back, and rook takes rook checkmate. Okay, so we can't do that, can we? Chop. Okay, I think I gave that an exclamation mark, I can't remember. Knight d4, bishop c5, I said that was a good move. I'd say, well, I don't think it is, it's just kind of basic. e3, rook f6, knight b5. Now, I don't know what I'm doing here. a6, knight c, I should go knight c7, but I went knight back here and went h6, h4 to prevent g5, but it's like you might say it's totally over. It probably is, but my opponent made me fight for it afterwards. King f2, because he's attacking the pawn twice on e3. I should probably just let him have it. Rook d5, bishop e7, rook f5, b4, knight d5, bishop f8. Black does not want to have any pieces swapped off. Rook c6, rook e5, king f7, g4, a5, knight c7. And so the wee little trick here is if rook c7 check, rook c7, then I just go merely rook f5 check, and then I win the rook. a4, so these pawns are they're trying to distract my attention, and they're doing pretty well at it. I have to be careful for the pawns because these pawns can march, and there's one marching, so I go rook d7 check, and we've got king f6. Then I could play g5 here, but I play rook f5, and I'm winning this bishop too, you see. h5, David, hold on, is this the correct line? I don't think it is. Oh no, it's not. This is the correct line. Sorry about that. Rook h6, king g8, rook c6, pawn takes. Rook d1, b3. I take it. What else? What else am I going to do? And we're going to go a3, and then there's a whole lot of congenial pawns on thingy, but I can defend it. I can just play a3, but he can sooner or later go after it. But I can go a3, and if bishop a3, then I'll just go rook a6 and gobble this, and there's no, the queen square is covered by my rook. I took, he went a3, so he's trying to get some compensation here, even though he's 2 rooks down. Rook a6, I prevent the a pawn from marching, and then winning probably for white, for black. Probably it's winning. Check. And now my opponent resigned. Finally. So if here, I can just go here, here, or here. If here, then that skewers everything, and it's an absolute winning position for white. Because if here, white has time to take this, move here or whatever, and rook back here, or bishop takes a3, and white can take this with their, even if the bishop's defending this, they can just take it and leave their king there for the meantime to prevent this pawn from marching to queen, and wrestle with the white would have these pawns for black to wrestle against. So my opponent resigned after head check. So we got just simply, I can just whack this if I like. Next move, say for instance this, whereas I've got a totally run game. You would probably say, well, you had one about 500 years ago, but we'll just go here, and that'll be the end of my session. Even if here, and white can just gobble this, bang, and then just about play anything, but not really. Just take this pawn. This pawn's not going anywhere, and then after that, it's 15 bits against 0 or 1 pawn. That's the end of the session. Hope you enjoyed that game. That was he is a way stronger chess player than me in New Zealand, but I'm not going to be mentioning his name. Okay, thank you very much.